Welcome to today's custom-tailored deep dive. We're really glad you're here joining us because we've got a fascinating one today.
We really do. It's kind of a wild ride, honestly.
Yeah, it is. So our mission today is to unpack this single, just highly concentrated source. It's a YouTube video transcript from a channel called CPMT Laser North America.
Right. And they're detailing a brand new aesthetic and medical device called the TORLASE.
Exactly. And the goal for you, the listener, is to really decode the intense, frankly, bold claims they make about this machine. They're calling it one of the strongest in the world.
They don't hold back at all.
No, they don't. Just to set the stage, the title of the video itself kind of throws down a gauntlet. It reads, quote, "One of the strongest FDA-cleared Alexandrite and Nd laser in the world, 30-plus applications."
Yeah, and what's fascinating here is that juxtaposition right from the jump. You have this source material pitching a machine of immense world-class industrial power.
Right, like an absolute beast of a machine.
Exactly. But then, inside the transcript, they use language like elegance and pure delight.
Which is so weird. You don't usually see those things together.
You really don't. And that's our theme today, analyzing how the TORLASE is attempting to bridge that massive gap between raw, overwhelming power and, refined everyday clinic usability.
Yeah, because if you're buying a bulldozer, you don't usually care if it has premium hand-stitched leather seats,
Yeah,
right?
you want
It's
to
gonna move dirt.
Exactly. But before we get into how it feels to use, we kind of have to understand what the machine actually does, like the core engine.
We do. And the text specifically names two laser types housed in this unit, which are Alexandrite and Nd.YAG.
Okay, let's unpack this.
Yeah.
Because if you're not a laser technician, those are just random sci-fi words.
Fair point. So Alexandrite lasers use a specific type of crystal to generate a wavelength that is highly absorbed by melanin.
Okay, so melanin meaning like the pigment in your skin and hair. Yeah, exactly. So it's incredibly effective for surface level targeting. Hair removal on lighter skin tones or surface pigmentation. But it has physical limits. It doesn't go very deep.
So it's a surface tool. Got it. And the other one, the N.YAG.
Right. The N.YAG operates on a totally different principle. It uses a much longer wavelength. So it actually bypasses that surface melanin and penetrates way deeper into the tissue.
Oh, wow. So you'd use that for what exactly?
Things like vascular lesions deep under the skin or, and this is crucial, treating darker skin tones safely, where you really want to avoid hitting that surface melanin.
That makes total sense. So having both in one machine means you don't have to, shuffle patients from room to room?
Exactly. You've got the scalpel for the surface and the broadsword for the deep tissue all in one box.
Right. But here's the thing. While having two lasers is cool, the boldest claim they make is about this one specific technical concept called fluence.
Ah, yes. Fluence.
Yeah, the transcript claims the TORLASE delivers the, quote, highest fluence across large spot sizes.
Which is a massive, massive claim in this industry.
So for everyone listening who isn't a laser physicist, let's use an analogy. Think of a garden hose.
I love the garden hose analogy for this.
Yeah.
It works perfectly.
Right. So if you just turn on the hose and let the water run out, that's your large spot size. The water comes out in a wide area, but the pressure isn't going to, knock over a potted plant.
The energy is too spread out.
Exactly. But if you take your thumb and press it hard over the opening, you make a tiny little hole that's your small spot size. Suddenly, the water pressure is intense. It shoots across the yard.
Yeah, that highly concentrated energy hitting the target, that is essentially your fluence.
So logically, if a clinic wants high fluence to destroy a hair follicle, they usually have to use a tiny spot size, thumb over the hose.
Right, which takes forever to treat a large area.
Yeah. But if you take your thumb off to cover a whole back or a leg, the pressure drops. So the TORLASE is claiming it can deliver that intense thumb over the hose pressure even when the hose is wide open.
Which is mathematically and physically so hard to do. Maintaining high fluence on a large spot size is just a massive engineering hurdle.
Because the energy naturally wants to dissipate.
Exactly. To keep that intensity high, the internal power supply has to work exponentially harder. You need a massive engine pumping out raw energy, which generates a staggering amount of heat.
Right, the internal mechanics must just be cooking. Oh, and speaking of the transcript itself, I have to bring up a really funny detail before we move on.
Well, the auto captions.
Yes. If you read the actual YouTube transcript, the auto-captioning algorithm just completely gives up on the word TORLASE. It calls the machine the TORLASE, but also tolls, tories, and even tors.
It's hilarious.
Yeah.
It's the reality of cutting-edge aesthetic technology meeting YouTube's slightly confused AI.
Yeah, just a funny little quirk of our source material. But okay, back to the heat and the power. If this thing has a massive engine to keep the fluence high, it logically should weigh a ton, right? It should be a bulky nightmare.
That would be the traditional expectation, yes.
But the text completely swerves here. First, it emphasizes that it's, quote, proudly FDA cleared, offering the highest standards of quality and safety.
Which is not easy. Getting FDA clearance for a Class 4 medical laser means proving you can control all that massive internal heat safely.
Right, but then they make this physical design claim. They say it features an ergonomic lightweight design, and they even claim that working with it is a pure delight throughout every treatment.
Pure delight. It's strong phrasing.
It is, and I have to push back here. How can one of the most powerful lasers in the world, pushing the highest fluence, somehow be lightweight and a delight to hold? Those two extremes usually don't coexist.
This raises an important question about the evolution of these devices. You're right to be skeptical. Historically, to safely deliver that much power, the practitioner had to hold a handpiece packed with heavy cooling mechanics and thick cables.
I mean, holding a heavy wand all day has to be exhausting.
It's severe practitioner fatigue. Imagine holding a 5-pound wand and making millimeter-perfect movements for an 8-hour shift.
Oh, your wrist would be destroyed.
Exactly. Repetitive strain, chronic pain. And worse, by the end of the day, a tired practitioner makes mistakes.
So an ergonomic lightweight design isn't just about comfort, it's about precision.
Precisely. The manufacturer's real flex here isn't just the laser, it's the packaging. They're claiming they've solved the historical problem of powerful lasers physically breaking down the people using them.
Okay, so if the operator isn't getting tired and they can cover huge areas with high intensity because of that large spot size, it seems like treatments would be a lot faster.
And time is everything for a clinic.
Exactly. Here's where it gets really interesting. We're transitioning to the ultimate promise they make to the buyer, the business side.
Right, because this is a pitch to clinic owners to write a massive check.
Yeah. The transcript claims the TORLASE outpaces the competition, bringing faster, better results through unmatched speed and efficiency. And there's this one very unusual phrase.
I know exactly the one you mean.
The transcript says the device is a pure delight, and then it says elevating the heat.
Elevating the heat. Heat. Such a weird artifact in the text.
I know. It's probably another AI transcription glitch. Maybe they stuttered or used a filler word, but it's actually the perfect metaphor for the whole pitch.
How so?
Well, they're literally elevating the thermal heat of the lasers, right?
Yeah.
But metaphorically, they're turning up the competitive heat on rival clinics.
I see. Yeah, if we connect this to the bigger picture, the whole aesthetic industry runs on patient throughput. An empty room or a slow machine is just bleeding money.
Right. So for you, the listener, if you're the patient, unmatched speed means you get out of the waiting room faster and go home.
But for the clinic owner, shaving 15 minutes off a treatment changes their entire day. If a full back hair removal used to take 45 minutes with an older machine, and the TORLASE does it in 25.
Because of that huge spot size and high fluence.
Exactly. The clinic just got 20 minutes of billable time back. Multiply that by 10 patients across staff who aren't fatigued, and the financial impact is massive.
It really is. The final call to action in the video isn't even about the tech. It just says, elevate your practice.
They're selling a massive competitive advantage, not just a laser. Power, safety, comfort, and speed. They're trying to set a whole new standard.
So what does this all mean? Let's just do a quick recap. We looked at this CPMT laser North America transcript. The TORLASE is making a really bold claim, a single device with the intense power of Alexandrite and Nd lasers, capable of 30-plus applications.
Right, maintaining that high fluence over a large area.
Exactly. Yet it's wrapped in this ergonomic, lightweight, FDA-cleared package that promises to speed up treatments, protect the staff, and make the clinic way more profitable.
Which leaves us with a really fascinating thought to kind of chew on.
Oh, let's hear it.
Well, if a single machine like this TORLASE actually achieves unmatched functionality across 30-plus applications with maximum power and no physical drawbacks, are we approaching an era where highly specialized, single-purpose medical devices just become completely obsolete? I mean, if one lightweight machine effortlessly does it all, what happens to the rest of the industry?
Man, that is a fantastic question. It really makes you wonder if the days of specialized clinics are numbered. Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive today.
Yeah, thanks for listening.
We hope this helps you look a little closer at the bold claims in tomorrow's tech. Keep asking questions, and we'll catch you on the next one.